Welcome. In this video, will Zbcn coin pump continue? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. There is an uptrend structure on the chart, which is quite prominent and quite clearly visible. This trend line is an important technical level where the price has found support and reacted upwards many times in the past. At the moment, the price is approaching this trend line step by step, and the distance to this zone is decreasing with each passing day. This kind of approach is usually closely followed by market participants because rising trend lines are not only a direction in technical analysis, but also an important indicator that reflects psychological expectations and the general trend in the market. Rising trend lines indicate that the price is advancing by making higher lows and that buyers are in control. Each time the price approaches this trend line, the market is more likely to move back into a buyer's market because these levels are areas where buyers have previously been in control. We see a similar scenario unfolding right now. The price is in a healthy correction without breaking the main upward trend structure, and this correction is taking place towards the trend line. This can be considered as a positive signal for the continuation of the upward movement. The fact that the price approaches this level in a controlled manner, without sudden declines and without a panic mood, indicates that the uptrend remains strong. If volume data shows a significant decrease in trading volumes as the price falls, this indicates that selling pressure is weakening and there is no significant panic in the market. In technical analysis, this is often referred to as a healthy correction and indicates the possibility of trend continuation. In other words, the price may have completed its correction and is preparing for the next upward move, drawing strength from the support. Also, the fact that this trend line is a long-term support line further increases confidence in it. Long-held trend lines are more highly regarded by traders because these levels have been tested many times in the past and have been met with strong reactions each time. Therefore, if the price approaches this level again, it can be considered as a buying opportunity. Especially in technical analysis, past data sheds light on the future, and observations of how this trend line has worked in the past give insight into how it will behave in the future. In terms of the overall technical structure, when the price approaches and touches the rising trend line, it can be considered as a potential reversal zone. In terms of market psychology, such trend lines give traders confidence because they want to reuse a strategy that has worked before. This increases buying demand at those levels and can facilitate the start of an upward move. Therefore, as long as the current structure remains intact, there is a strong possibility that the price will resume its upward movement after touching this trend line. All in all, the overall structure in the market suggests that the buyers have not yet lost control, and the price is heading towards a support zone that has worked many times before with a healthy correction. If this trend line works again, it is possible that a strong and voluminous upward movement could begin, but we cannot decide the analysis only by trends. Let's look at other metrics. Stay tuned. There is an important horizontal structure on the chart. This level has worked as resistance in the past, and every time the price approached it, it faced selling pressure and retreated. Over time, however, market dynamics changed, and this level was broken strongly to the upside. Now, the common concept of role reversal in technical analysis comes into play. This level, which previously served as resistance, is now a potential support. Such levels are important areas where the price changes direction and the perception of market participants is transformed. At the moment, the price is retreating towards this structure, and it is likely that buyers will reactivate as it approaches this zone. In technical analysis, it is quite common and reliable behavior for strong resistance levels to turn into support after they are broken. This transformation indicates that the market's belief in that level has increased, and participants are now looking at it as a buy. This area, where the price has been turned down many times before, is now a backdrop where buyers can re-engage and give the market a boost. This could offer the fundamental support that the price needs for a healthier and stronger rally. Especially if the decline to this level is controlled and volumeless, this suggests that the correction is natural and not panic-inducing. As the price approaches this important level, many technical analysts and traders tend to consider this area as a buying opportunity. This is because in the past, this level has not been easy to break through, and the price has faced resistance here for a long time. Once resistance was broken, confidence in this level increased, and investors started to see it as safe ground. Now, the price is approaching this strong structure again, and it is technically quite likely that the market will react with a support reaction from here. Buyers' confidence in this area, where they have broken the selling pressure in the past, gives strong signals that this area could work again. In addition, the fact that this support level is evident on higher time frames, such as daily or weekly, further increases its technical importance. This is because the structures that form on such time frames are also taken into account by long-term investors and large funds. This increases the likelihood that the price may react more strongly at this level. The fact that the technical structure is so clear and historically confirmed may cause investors to act more decisively and motivated in the process of approaching this level. In addition, an increase in volume as it approaches this level may indicate that buyers are carefully monitoring this area and preparing to re-enter the market. Support contacts that come with an increase in volume usually result in strong reactions. This is because volume represents the power behind price movements. Declines on low volume followed by high volume support reactions are strong technical signals that the trend will regain upward momentum. Investor psychology is also very important during the approach to this technical level. The previous perception of turning here when the price failed to cross this level has now been replaced by the expectation of gaining strength here. This mental transformation creates a positive mood in the market and leads to increased buying pressure. Investors expect the price to repeat the same success once it returns to this structure. This is a reflection of the history repeats itself principle that underlies technical analysis. As a result, this level, which previously worked as resistance and now has the potential to act as support, is a critical technical zone that could set the stage for a price rally. Once the price hits this level, there is a high probability of a strong reaction with buyers re-engaging, with technical indicators also supporting this structure. This area can be considered as both a strategic entry point and a safe ground for traders. And if you are looking for a place to enter, it can be either from this support level or from the trend. The RSI indicator shows a remarkable technical structure. A long-standing downtrend is clearly evident on the RSI chart. This trend line shows that even if the price makes upward movements, the pressure on the RSI continues, indicating that the buying power is not fully activated. However, recent developments have started to give important signs that this bearish trend may end. This falling structure in the RSI is now very close to breaking, and an upside breakout above this technical level could trigger a new bullish wave on the price side. The RSI is not only a tool for indicating overbought or oversold areas, it is also a powerful technical indicator that can give preliminary signals of trend reversals. In particular, trend lines formed on the RSI provide important information about the internal dynamics of the market, even if they are not visibly visible on the price chart. Currently, the falling trend line on the RSI indicates that traders are cautious about the short and medium-term direction. However, a break above this line would indicate that investor confidence has been restored and momentum is starting to gain upward momentum. In this type of technical structure, the RSI's upside break of the trend line is often taken as a signal of an uptrend that is not yet fully visible on the price charts. In other words, a breakout in the RSI can be a leading sign that the price will soon start to react positively. This generates an important buy signal, especially for traders who work with technical analysis. This is because the RSI reflects the stability of market participants' trading decisions. If the RSI is under pressure during a downtrend and this structure is broken, this indicates that buyers are gaining strength and the price will enter an upward trend. In addition, this downtrend in the RSI may have been tested several times in the past, and each time it may have coincided with periods when the price struggled to move higher. At the moment, however, the RSI has reached a critical level as the price is approaching this trend line again. A breakout at this point would not only be a technical, but also a psychological breakthrough. In other words, it shows that investors are now focusing on buyers rather than sellers, and the bullish expectation is strengthening. This makes it easier for the price to move upwards. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.